Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to another episode of Water Rising. Today, what we are going to be exploring is the idea of your inner compass, right? There's a lot of words we can use to describe it that are sort of floating out there around in the world. Your inner knowing, your inner pilot light, your center, your intrinsic self. Like there's a lot of words that we use, your deep intuitive knowing. To me, I love referencing it as a compass because what it brings in, right, is the beautiful divine gift of map making. And essentially, we all are here. We are given a divine map that we are following. And there is a larger divine map that all of our individual maps are part of. And we are here, right, searching, exploring, taking different directions, going down certain paths, changing them to other paths. But when we can hold it inside of this archetype of the map and that you are a map maker, it really brings in something delicious. And then when we overlay that with the idea that there's the mythic map, right? In the Andean traditions, they refer to it as the mythic map, which is that divine map that lays over the physical map that you are walking and you are creating with every moment of your life. So to me, when we refer to it as a compass, it really works well with this same architecture and archetype that we're playing inside of, where we are orchestrating maps in devotion to ourselves, in devotion to the planet, in devotion to the cosmos, to everything divine. And, you know, recently in one of our journey calls, we were exploring what is our inner compass and what it means to follow it, what it means to be in relationship to it, how we identify it in ourselves, how do we listen to it more, how do we not listen to it, what do we do instead of listen to it. These are all questions that we were exploring together, and it was really fascinating to see each woman's awareness shift and come on board, and how some were already deeply connected to it and how others were connected to it but didn't realize that that's what it was. And so there was this incredible space we were holding around inner compass. And so it inspired me to talk about it today because it really is something that can move the needle and that pun is intended, because it's unique to you. No one else's inner compass is the same as yours. Some may be similar. We might have soul contracts, we might have soul paths and life lessons and different parts of our life plan that we are working out with other people, and therefore there's a similarity, or there's a crossing of our maps and our compasses. And yet ultimately yours is unique to you, and it is only yours, and only you can discover it, only you can interpret it, and only you can follow it. And yes, right, we can have teachers, mentors, people that inspire us, people that guide us, people that support us in really uncovering it and learning how to work with it. But at the end of the day, I cannot tell you what is correct for you. I cannot tell you which way to go. I cannot tell you how to have your path unfold and how to create your own map, right? That comes from inside you. Yes, my life experience can inspire you. Yes, all the wisdom that I have gained can entirely support you. But ultimately, a great teacher activates you to find your own map. They cannot tell you your map, and they cannot walk it for you. So it really is, right, this place inside yourself that you cultivate, that you come to know incredibly intimately. and you grow this relationship with it. And as you do, I can tell you that magic happens, joy happens, creativity happens, inspiration happens, divine guidance happens, challenge happens, uncomfortableness happens, right? Living fully alive doesn't mean that everything is happy and joyful and exciting all the time. What living fully alive means is that you're just willing to be open and available for whatever life shows you. One of the things I love to say about this journey is that as we heal, as we grow, as we expand, life doesn't get easier because life is always going to be happening. I've been on this journey, for decades, and what the world is going through right now, it is not easier than 20 years ago. It is a lot more challenging. What is very different is my ability to walk with what is happening, to hold myself, to be available for it all, to be understanding my place in it. My capacity to experience it is what has changed. I can read the news and I can be objective. I can be inside of uncomfortable conversations and I can remain centered. I can be in chaos and fully be connected to my internal compass. So this is what happens in the path, right? It doesn't just make everything go away. That wouldn't be life. That wouldn't be why we're here. But what it does do by cultivating this place inside of us, it allows for us to just be, right? It creates coherence. And so instead of when the chaos is surrounding you, you're being pulled into all of the chaos and you're experiencing it from the perspective of everything, you can be in the chaos and still be coherent. You can be you. You can witness what is happening. And this comes, right, from being willing to face it. This comes from being willing to be in it and be uncomfortable in it. It doesn't come from pretending that it's not happening. It doesn't come from pretending that if you just think positive thoughts, then it's going to get you through. Positive thoughts, yeah, they are super important. I am not telling you not to have positive thoughts, but what I am telling you is not to place your entire existence on them saving you, because there's so much more going on inside you than just a positive thought can pull you through. It is a great tool to have in your tool belt, but you're going to need other ones as well. And really knowing your inner compass in an intimate manner where 1 degree east or west, how that feels different. And I would even say just less than 1 degree, right? When you're off, you're off and you know why. And if you don't know why, then you're committed to understanding why. And you are not going to let what just happened over there drag you even more off course or drag you more off center, right? It's this place where you come to, and it's in that inner, in your central channel, right? That runs from the base, from the root chakra, all the way through the spine up to the crown of the head, to the crown chakra. And it connects, it seats all the chakras. And this is where our connection, right, with the earth and with divine source, with whatever word works for you, right? With the connection to the cosmos, to the void, to the beyond, whatever comes through that, it comes through this channel. And so the more understanding you have of your internal workings with this place inside of you, the easier it is to find that and to connect with that and stay committed to that, to be devoted to that. So it is a very, very potent practice to understand what is your internal compass. How does it communicate with you? What does it feel like What are the thoughts that go with it? What are the feelings that go with it? When I was first, in the beginning stages of working with mine, one of the sensations that I learned to really connect to was if something was true for me, didn't have to be true for anyone else, right? Because truth, there's universal truth, which is for everybody, and then there's your truth. And this is different to someone else's truth, right? We all have our own version of the truth that's specific to us. What's correct for us is the way I like to say it. And this is a different conversation to universal truth, which we all share. But when you know what is entirely correct for you, the way that this would show up for me is that I would get this goosebump sensation that would run the entirety of my central channel. It would come in the crown of my head and it would run all the way down and then out my root chakra. And when I felt that, at first I was confused. But then what I quickly learned this was my body's way of translating truth for me, what was correct for me, what was for me. And when I really learned to recognize, right, oh, this just happened, I'm in this decision point, I get this sensation in my body, this means this is for me, that I get to say yes to this, I get to move forward in this direction. And it would come at all different times for all different reasons, but I really learned that this sensation meant this was my yes. And the more that I followed that, the more that I didn't negate it, the more that I showed up for it whenever it happened, even if it didn't make sense, even if other people didn't enjoy, right, my decision, that was irrelevant. I had to do it because it was for me. And I had to learn to live outside of other people's expectations. I had to live outside of my circumstances. And I had to learn to live in devotion to this relationship with this part of me that was oftentimes unexplainable. And yet, it was also undeniable that I had to do it. It was for me, and if I didn't, I know I would, second guess myself later, because that's the thing I needed to do. So, my invitation for you is get to know your internal compass, your inner compass, this part of you, right, that is so integral and important in your map making, in your purpose, in your path, in this life that you are cultivating and creating. Get to know it. Who are you, right? Inside this place that is so divine and is so connected and is so committed and devoted to you. And if you're interested in finding out more about the journey and the things we do in there, you can check out sarahnoble.com/journey. Come join us. We are creating incredible magic and goodness in there. We'd love to have you inside of this community with us, learning and growing together. You can also find me on Substack. I have a ton of free content. This video is also on Substack too, if you're watching it somewhere else, along with our membership, which is a way to be on calls with me and learn from me, mentor with me, really just dive deep onto your spiritual path. It is what I absolutely love and am committed to. So I love you. I'll see you in our spaces.